Alright, what's up guys? Back with another video for you today. It's kind of a chill Monday for me. I washed and deep conditioned my hair today. I have it wrapped right now. I don't feel like plaiting it yet, so I'm just gonna let it breathe. And I just did the basic eyeshadow highlight with lip gloss. Update on the nails. It's a little bit of progress. I filed down this one and now it's just a yellow greenish color, so I think it's starting to go down a little bit. I just have to watch the progress this week. If it gets worse, then I'll call my doctor. The other one, it's a slight appearance of a green spot, so I'm treating it early, as well as the other one. It's just like a tiny spot on my thumb. But basically I've seen posts about it to basically just treat it with the vapor rub that I have and let it grow out. So, I have to be patient because, I'm a person that wants results fast just to get it to go away. So hopefully this week it'll calm down and it's just a lot. It's a lot. But, yeah, this episode, it's an Issa-centered episode. I wasn't expecting it, but, there was actually some good stuff that we can talk about in this video. First of all, let's start with Issa taking a day off. I feel like a lot of people need that mental break after something that's happened with Issa. She kind of basically just goes off on her own, and she tries to do good deeds, which kind of backfire. She tries to meet new people, which do end up backfiring, and she eventually goes to meet her mom. Now, I feel like Issa needed the break just to air out her thoughts and realize that, hey, I need to listen to myself more and realize that, hey, I'm someone that doesn't need to take this crap all the time, which leads to my next thing. Kelly calls her and basically tells her, hey, you need to reach out to Molly to apologize. And part of me feels like Kelly didn't get that same energy to Molly when she got in touch with her. Now, granted, Kelly's going off of, wanting to get the group back together because her and Tiffany got into it, when she was pregnant over the baby shower, and they almost didn't come back for that. And I kind of wish they kind of gave us, the resolution of that, because they just gave us an episode and then skipped over it and they were back to being chummy. So I'm like, yeah. But on to Issa and Molly, I feel like I'm Issa. I'm that person that reaches out, but really the person expects them to reach out. The other person has to put in the effort as well. So that was why I kind of side-eyed Molly when she was literally on a date with Andrew the day after, not thinking about Issa at all. When Issa's literally wondering, okay, should I reach out? Should I not reach out? I want to fix it. It's clear that Molly sees that she didn't do anything wrong when you really ruined your friend's event. Something that she's been working hard on. And say what you want. Issa, she's not a perfect person. We can acknowledge that. But she realizes that she's not perfect. She acknowledges, hey, I'm not perfect. I want to improve. I want to grow as a person. Molly, it feels like she just finds ways to just settle with the stuff instead of progressing, okay? Molly has a lot of insecurities, and we can talk about that with next week's episode. But I've been that Issa friend, and I feel like Issa needed to realize, look, I don't always have to be the one doing the work all the time. And I totally am okay with her not immediately going into the restaurant and basically beg for forgiveness, because I feel like Molly would not have been receptive to it. And then let's get on to the final part, which is Issa and her mom. Now, Issa and her mom, played by Wendy Raquel Robinson, a.k.a. Tasha Mack, a.k.a. Boss Lady, okay? That's how old I am, y'all. Remember from the Steve Harvey show. But basically, her and her mom have a talk, and basically she just tells Issa, look, you don't have to have everything together at your age. And Issa does acknowledge, hey, you had 2 kids and a whole job when you were 30. It was yeah, but I didn't want you guys. I didn't think I can even have you. And that makes a lot of sense. I understand now, I'm only 23, but the talks I have with my mom, it's relatable because, my mom had 4 kids by the time she was before she was 27. Granted, Mother Nature gave her triplets after me, but it was a lot. When I was born, my parents were in grad school, working part-time. They had just gotten our house. So it was a lot to deal at a young age. They were in their mid-20s. So you have Issa, who's 30, who's just starting to get a footing for herself. And, you know, she realizes, look, I don't have to have everything together, but I'm growing as a person. And I'm my own individual, which is so relatable. And I love how relatable this show is. Shout out to Issa for having Kyla Pratt in this episode, man. Even though she played the Dine and Dash girl for her bachelorette party, I'm like, I still love Kyla. And I kind of wish Issa kind of like handled their asses. But, you know, it's not the answer, y'all. It's not the answer. But, yeah, it was a good episode. I feel like next week's episode, I'm sorry, y'all, I just spotted a gnat in my room. It just tried to delight. I feel like Andrew and Molly are going to break up on their vacation. And I feel like the last 3 episodes is going to be basically Molly wanting to get resolved with Issa, maybe go to therapy, and then resolve with Issa. Issa said no. And we'll just have them in like a TBA. Like, we don't know. I feel like the friendship won't get resolved by the end of the season. I feel like there's so much history that we don't know of that escalated it to the point where Molly basically went off and... sorry, y'all. These allergies. I'm sorry, y'all. These allergies are kicking my butt. Literally, this is why I haven't been as productive on the channel as I've planned to be. But I feel like the friendship isn't going to be resolved because there's so much stuff that has built up to the confrontation we had in last week's episode. So now, basically, Molly's going to have to want to put the effort in. Because I feel like Issa has had it. And I feel like Issa does need a break from Molly. I feel like she needs to break from Molly. And, you know, the friends, you know, Tiffany and Kelly, they can try to resolve it. But they're just the outside looking in. Like, y'all didn't, you know, fully acknowledge, like, hey, there's a problem until the blow up happened. So I feel like you need to let them two settle it out and give them their time and their space. We're going to get Lawrence again in this episode, so I'm kind of wondering where he's at. You know, I feel like we're maybe seeing him episode 7. Also, I think Jay Ellis directed this episode. I think he did. I think he directed this episode. He did. And he did a fantastic job. Also, I want to know which episode Kerry Washington directed. I know we have 4 more episodes. I just want to kind of like see it, not to like compare, but like really just know how she went about it, because she's really on the good at dramatic stuff. I know she directed like a couple of episodes for Scandal, so I'm looking forward to see how she did it with the episodes. And I'm sorry, y'all. These allergies are kicking me out. Let me know what you guys think of this week's episode, the stuff that I talked about on here. Do you think the friendship is going to survive this? Whose side are you on? Are you Issa or are you Molly? Let me know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Peace out. One love. Have a great week. Bye.